Welcome to our new video. Today, over time we've been discussing this important topic called insulin resistance. But if many of you have asked me, Doctor, how do I get to know whether I have insulin resistance or not? So today I'm going to discuss with you about how to diagnose insulin resistance. But before we go deep into the topic, I want to introduce myself to you, especially to those of you who are new to our video series. My name is Dr. Mpora. I'm a medical doctor from Enlympo Health Services. Insulin resistance is so far the single most common health disorder in the world because it's at the root cause of many of the chronic diseases, reversible chronic diseases as we know them. And by definition, it is when our cells fail to respond appropriately to insulin, a hormone that is produced to regulate the levels of blood sugar in our bloodstream. And there are a number of causal factors that are responsible for this failure of the cells to respond. One of them, or the top on the list, is having high levels of sugar in our bloodstream, which cause secretion of high levels of insulin, so that our cells now begin to be used to the insulin and stop to respond to it. The second one is physical inactivity, which causes your muscles to inefficiently respond to or utilize sugar. The third one is excess body fat, especially belly fat. The fourth one is deficiencies of good essential fatty acids like omega-3 and minerals and vitamins, and exposure to toxins or radiation, or using recreational drugs like smoking or tobacco or alcohol. And a number of them, the list can go on and on. Because of these multiple causal factors for insulin resistance, a single test for insulin resistance may not be definitive enough. So today I will discuss with you a number of tests that we use to diagnose insulin resistance at Enlympo. If you want more details about them, then you can find them again at our website, www.enlympo.com. The first group of tests are lab-based. And the first one of lab-based tests is called HOMA-IR, HOMA-IR, which stands for homeostatic model assessment of insulin resistance. It is a method for quantifying insulin resistance, and here we calculate it from both fasting blood levels of insulin and fasting blood levels of glucose. It is good to have the two of them compared or calculated together because, for obvious reasons, somebody may have insulin resistance but still with normal blood sugar levels. And the results of the tests for blood sugar level and insulin level are applied into a formula which is known as a HOMA-IR formula that is displayed on our website. The second part of lab-based tests is called the lipid panel. When you come to us at Enlympo, we carry out a lipid panel for you, which is a group of tests that measure your specific blood lipids that include low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, high-density lipoprotein cholesterol, and your total cholesterol. And then we calculate your total cholesterol to high-density lipoprotein cholesterol ratio. And if the ratio is more than 5, then we say it is indicative of insulin resistance. So the third lab-based test we carry out for you at Enlympo when you come to us is called liver function tests, and we look specifically for your hormones, the androgens and estrogens. You see, these hormones are derived from one major hormone in the body called testosterone, using an enzyme called aromatase. So for females, they get estrogens. When we find estrogens are low in a female, that is when these people cannot ovulate normally, they cannot have normal cycles, and therefore they get a condition called polycystic ovarian syndrome, and they become barren. In a male, the testosterone is converted in high levels of estrogens, and this male starts to have feminine features. So when we find high levels of estrogens in a male and low levels of estrogens in a female, it is indicative of insulin resistance. We can also carry out non-lab-based tests. The first one is that we can calculate your waist height ratio, which measures your fat distribution, mainly belly fat. We like waist height ratio. We prefer it to BMI because BMI tends to overestimate body fat in those with lean body masses. Normally, if you are normal, your height should be double your waist circumference. So if the waist circumference is larger than that, then it is indicative of insulin resistance. We can also estimate your risk of having insulin resistance by seeing if you have one or more signs and symptoms of insulin resistance, including high blood pressure or an increased waist circumference, or if you have skin tags, and these are fresh skin growths hanging on a stalk around any part of your body, but they are mostly around your eye lids, they are around your neck, armpits, and groin. But also we can check if you have dark skin patches around your skin folds, around your armpits or back or around the side of your neck, that we call acanthus nigricans. Or we can check if you have one or two chronic diseases like diabetes, hypertension, metabolic syndrome, or you have polycystic ovarian disease or erectile dysfunction. So if you have any of those, it is indicative of insulin resistance. So a combination of lab and non-lab tests results plus risk estimation can give you a most definitive diagnosis of insulin resistance, so that you are able to take appropriate actions. When you have it, you can try to reverse it, and if you don't have it, you can try to prevent it happening to you. So you can get more details about these tests on our website, www.enlympo.com, or on our social media handles, our Twitter, our TikTok, website, YouTube, Facebook, or you can contact us on our WhatsApp, or send us an email, or subscribe to our website health newsletter, or call us on our phones that are displayed here below. So let us meet on our next video.